Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Doing another cash stuffing video for you guys today, and then I'm going to go through some money mistakes that a lot of people make. So we'll start off with a quick cash count. So we've got 100, 200, 300, 400 in some green bills. 450, 556, 657. We don't have all of the colors of the rainbow today, but that's fine. 720, 740, 760, 780, 800. Okay, so I'm just going to try and organize myself a little bit better. Okay, so we'll start off with rollover, and I'll mix in some of those money chats throughout. So this week we had a little bit of rollover from grocery shopping, only $10, but some rollover is better than none. Let's see how much we have in rollover this week. How has everybody's week been? By the way, let me know in the comments. 120, 30, 40. We've got 140 in grocery rollover. That's most likely going to be spent on Costco when I get around to going, of course. And I have some rollover this week from Fun Money, guys, which is so rare for me to have. I hate it when the bills kind of are up against in the corner. It just irks me. So Fun Money, only $5, but $5 is better than no dollars, as I like to always say. So I'll take that out and pop in a $5 bill. We'll put this as the 31st. A little bit messy, but it is what it is. Okay, so we will cash stuff $100 for Fun Money as usual. And groceries, $70. And I also need to take out some money for my pet because there were some expenses that I paid via card because it was just easier for me. So I'll need to take out some of that from my envelope and then pop in probably 70 this week for transport. Next week's stuffing is going to be a fun one, but I won't spoil that. Yeah, I'll just wait for next week and I'll chat about what's happening next weekend when I film that video. Okay, so that's all done. We'll get rid of pet care and then we will go through my chats. So I have to take out, well, first of all, instead of me breaking up this placeholder, I'm actually going to put in $40 this week for pet care, but I need to take out $80 because I went to the vet to get a heartworm vaccine for my dog, which I get every year, and then I also stocked up on some kibble, so that's a total of $80 I need to take out. So I've added 40, so 250, 270, 290, 310, 320, 350, but I'm going to take out 80, 20, 40, 60, 80. That way I don't need to break up my placeholder, and then I can use all of this for cash stuffing next week. So pet care has 270. It doesn't have any other like vaccines or anything he needs for the rest of the year, so I don't think I'll need to cash stuff this next week because he's got so much food. Although I do get him a Christmas gift and make him a Christmas dinner, so maybe I can take those funds out of pet care instead of my Christmas dinner fund for myself. Anyways, the first thing I wanted to go off with you guys, or the first point I wanted to chat about with you guys, is living off money that isn't yours is a really big mistake that a lot of people make. So when I say living off money that's not yours, is basically referring to like credit cards or like pay, what is it called, zip pay and all of that stuff, because you're spending money you don't actually have. Now, I understand sometimes cash flow is an issue for some households, but you don't want to get into the habit of purchasing something and then paying it back later, because often you get into a really bad habit and sometimes you can't make those repayments. And for example, a credit card, if you don't make that full repayment off in a month, you have like a 20, 25, sometimes 30% interest rate you've got to pay on top of the money you used off the credit card. So credit cards are a big no-no for people who lack a little bit of discipline, or like basically don't have enough cash flow and they get used to using it. However, credit cards are beneficial for those who are really disciplined and just use a credit card for everyday expenses and pay it off every single month without fail. Now, I'm someone that uses a credit card, but I have never missed a repayment on my credit card, and I will never miss a repayment on my credit card. And I've used it for probably more than a decade. So yeah, so the benefits of the credit card is obviously it does give you the ability to build up a good credit report. So those who are looking to buy a house, that might help you out. But obviously there's a lot of dangers with a credit card as well. Sometimes you'll get like bonus points, like flyby points or Qantas points or cashbacks with a credit card. But if you're not disciplined, you'll be paying back more than what you gain. So it's kind of like a two-edged sword. For my investment property, how much do I have in here? Let's see. 1,500, 1,600, 1,800. I'm going to put in 1,900. Let me see if I have any placeholders. Should I put in... Yeah, I might swap this out for 200, so it's just a little bit less. Take out this. And take out this. So that's 1,900. We are on track, ladies and gentlemen. Super happy with that. And the second point I really want to talk about is living above your means is obviously another mistake that a lot of people make. And I probably made this mistake myself when I was younger on like a really low income, yet I loved shopping. But that's a mistake that you really should be correcting as soon as possible, or else it's going to build some really unhealthy money habits when you grow up, and that could be really detrimental for your future. So, for example, car loans would be an example. Young people might want to like drive a nice fancy car to show off, yet they can't really afford the budget for the fancy car. So that's kind of what I mean by living above your means. It's even with homes, right? Buying a bigger home than you need, buying a home that's more expensive that you might not be able to afford. So living above your means is a really important thing that I found that a lot of people make mistakes with, and that's something that I really like place importance on in terms of my own learning and development within the finance space. Investment maintenance, I've added in 50. I think I added in 50, right guys? You guys would have seen. So that's 100 and 250. I'll take these out and put in a 100. Why do I do that? For those who are new to my channel, because I don't take out money from this envelope very often, and I'd rather keep my money in the bank to earn me interest, and then the money that I do take out, I just use to restuff next week. And I guess that's another thing that I want to cover. So the next one that kind of links with living above your means is not planning for retirement. Other investment expenses, that's covered. Car expenses, we're going to put in 150. Now, what I mean, well, I guess a lot of you guys that are watching me are probably middle-aged based off my data. And you may think, well, I'm nowhere near retirement. But that comes by very quickly. So I'm just going to count this quickly. 1,000, 2,100. So I'm nowhere near retirement myself. But I honestly started thinking about my retirement probably a few years ago. And I think within the next 2 years, I'm going to be pumping up like a strategy for my retirement. And I'm nowhere near retirement. Because a lot of people probably avoid that topic because they think, oh, it's such a long while away. It's like 30 years away, 20 years away, 40 years away, whatever it may be. Next thing you know, retirement's around the corner. And you don't want to be relying on pension only, because I know at the moment in Australia, Elderly people do receive a pension depending on your circumstances, obviously. But by that time you retire, the pension may no longer exist. So you don't want to rely on that as your strategy. Okay. Did you guys see me put that in? I think I did. So yeah, let me just do a quick cash count before I get confused again. So we've got 1,000, 2,000, 100, 250. Let me see if I have a $200 placeholder first. So I'm not licensed to provide any financial advice, guys, in regards to how to plan for your retirement. So you can put some time aside to either book in some time with a financial advisor, and they will be able to help you out once they assess your financial position. So 100, 250 we're going to take out. A 250 placeholder, so we've got 1,250. So, although I'm not licensed to give you guys financial advice, I am happy to share what I'm doing in terms of preparing myself for retirement, even though it's quite a while away. What I do may not be right for you, so it's really important, guys, to not just copy what I do or just take whatever I say as facts, because it may be facts for me, but it might not be facts for you. Whatever... sorry, what am I saying? So if you sit down with a financial advisor, they'll be able to give you some options for a strategy based on your scenario and what you need. So it's not a good idea just to copy someone else's strategy. So for myself personally, I like to diversify my assets between property, stocks, savings, like as in cash savings, and I'm trying to start some side hustles as well to help generate some income. So eventually it will get to a point where I don't need to rely on an employer for income. So YouTube would be an example of one side hustle that I do. I love creating videos for you guys, and yes, I do earn a tiny bit of income off YouTube, but hopefully like in 30 years time I'll be earning a lot more from YouTube, and at the same time I'm doing something I enjoy, which is probably ideal for most people. So I'm just gonna move this one up a little bit. I might just close this for now because it's getting in the way. Okay, so self-love, we are popping in $20 this week. I don't give myself self-love money very often, but I give myself fun money for I give myself fun money every single week, so that's essentially similar to self-love. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 75. Beautiful. I also wanted to mention not having a plan for retirement and not talking about retirement overall, because I know a lot of people kind of avoid that topic. A lot of people don't like talking about money. I think it's a good idea to get comfortable talking about that topic either with like close family or like your financial advisor, because there's no point hiding from that time period or that topic. I think it's best to have a hands-on approach when it comes to that. Anniversary, we are going to slide in 50. So let me count how much I have. We've got 51, 50, 200. So what I'll do is I'll slide in 2 green bills for now, and then yeah, let me count that again. So 50, 1, 50, 70, 90, 200. Yeah. So there's that. So I don't think I have enough placeholders for 200 for now. So we'll just leave that. Also, if you're watching this video and you've started to work on some side hustles, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear what type of side hustles you're working on, and I might even start creating more side hustle videos if you guys are interested. Just let me know down in the comments. So adventures, we're not going to stuff anything in adventures because I don't think I need more than this, because my flights and accommodations already sorted, so this is more so just spending money for a week. I highly doubt I'll go over that amount, so that should be fine. And I've left it in a placeholder form because before I go, I'll need to convert the currency. So I'll just take money out from my bank when I do that. So weekend away is going to have the rest of the funds. Gifts we're going to skip, and buffer. Should I put some in buffer, guys? You know what? I'm going to put $100 in buffer, and then I will put in 50 for weekend away because that's not really urgent. So we've got 130. Actually, I have one placeholder, so I might replace that one. Okay, one $100 placeholder left. So 130 in buffer for expenses. Even things like pet food, guys, have continuously increased. I'm pretty sure my dog's food has increased 20% within the year. So although the overall inflation rate isn't going up as much as it was before, it's still the inflation rate still exists. It's just not rising as quickly. Sorry, my words got jumbled there. Also, seasonal fruit and veg are getting relatively cheaper, but processed foods, like anything in a can, bag, or something pretty much packaged, anything that's packaged has increased in price. So it's getting a bit concerning, especially because Christmas is around the corner. A lot of households will probably be cutting back on their Christmas spending as well. So weekend away, we've got 50, 65, 75. So that's pretty much it for my cash stuffing video this week, guys. Hopefully you found it entertaining. Thanks for watching, guys.